Can we? I got some on my skin.
I know. You just have to wipe it with your finger.
I do it with my nails.
I got a watermark. I didn't mess up.
It's okay. You can just like wipe it off. There you go. I don't need it right now. I need to get my nails out.
I messed up.
I am totally washing.
Fun
Yeah.
for anybody. I mean,
it's a fun thing. It's not a girl or a boy thing. It's
Yeah.
fun. And like breaking down those barriers that somebody put up a long time ago, said this is that and that's this, and like, why? Why do we have to have these barriers? If that's fun, you know, it's fun, man. Like, have fun. Do what you like to do. Don't let people define you or tell you what you can and can't do, you know? The girls would skate around. They all had pink helmets that we had. It wasn't like, hey, let's go get your kid a pink helmet. And they were this little threesome that went all over, and they all took lessons together, and they were just coined the Pink Helmet Posse. Like, where that name came from, I can't tell you an exact time, but it's like, oh, there's the Pink Helmet Posse, and then we were like, oh, that's great. Let's make some stickers, you know?
Yeah.
And
that's how it started.
that's
Stickers.
how it started. It started with a thing of stickers, like here, you know? Yeah, I mean, the whole goal is to get other girls to go and try it out and have fun and give them a forum, a place to go, a place that feels like a community of other girls that are their age, that are like-minded, that just like to go skateboard. So, you know, whoever wants to do it, like, come do it. You have your little spot where you have other people like you that make you feel at ease and comfortable, and you know, hopefully it just inspires people to go, and you know, I guess that's the whole thing, is have them to have other people to go skateboard with. That happens all the time. Like, people are just like, whoa, look at that. Like, a lot of the things that happens is like little boys will be like, dude, she's better than me. Like, I mean, that happens on a regular basis. The one story that sticks out is I made a plan with my buddy, like, hey, bring your son, we're gonna go skate, let's meet up at the skate park. And he rocked up, and his little boy's just a rad little kid, but he goes, dude, can she even skate? This, you know, that's one of the incidences, and I'm all, oh, okay, we'll see, you know, like, and like, just kind of bit my tongue, like, oh, you'll see. And then they went to this bowl to drop in, and she walked right up, dropped in, did her run, and he put his board up there and wouldn't do it. Like, that, you know, that's one of those things that I kind of like, was like, all right, this is pretty cool, you know, like, for a little girl to show up a little boy was pretty sweet.
We signed Loyal up for skateboard camp, not thinking Bella would ever want to do it. And towards the end of the summer, we brought her because she was out of school, and she's like, I want to do this. And me and Jason were kind of both shocked because she was super into princess and just real girly. And so, you know, we got her a skateboard and we started bringing her, and she fell in love with it and has been doing it ever since. So it's been a little over a year now.
And then do you have anything to add to that?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, she'd been surfing. Like, I'd been taking her surfing since she was really little, and, you know, come on, let's go. So she'd been used to, like, standing that way and riding waves, and same type of deal. We took Loyal to skate camp, and one day she just looked at me and goes, you guys are always, why don't you ever bring me? And I was just like, really? Like, okay, you want to skate? Like, I didn't think, I just bonehead dad, like, didn't think that, you know, I thought she liked surfing, but I didn't think she had any interest in skateboarding. And just like she said, she went, because she'd been standing that way on a surfboard, she picked it up really quickly, and next thing you know, it was just like, let's go, hey, I want to go. And
we can't get her off.
Yeah. There shouldn't be a set way you're supposed to act, you know? So if you're a kid, have fun, do fun things.
Both of us like to have things in every aspect of our life. We don't like to live like everyone else. We like to live outside the box. we don't want to do soccer and ballet because that's what you're supposed to do. That's what everyone else is doing. We want our kids to travel and just be involved in all these things that aren't the norm, you know?
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
for sure. Like,
and that's every part of our life. Like, everything we do is just not what normal families do, in my vision of it.
there shouldn't be set rules for what you're, you know, how you're supposed to be when you're a kid, I guess.
We actually make our kids get back on the horse no matter what it is. If they get hurt doing anything or discouraged doing anything, we make it a point to make them get back on the horse. Otherwise, their vision of it's going to be tainted from what it was. So that's, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
They've had some nasty falls, and we've
Yeah.
made them get right back on the horse. And it's like,
yeah.
just so they can move past it mentally.
I don't see why there's any reason why you shouldn't encourage your daughter the same as you encourage your son, you know? I mean,
This day and age.
she's pretty self-motivating on those things. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. I have to, like, you know, there's days where it's like, come on, you know, try this, try that. But she's pretty self-motivating. Like, she'll tell, like, just the other day when we were at the Y, she told me, hey, I'm going to do a front side rock and roll, which is, it's a hard trick to do. And I kind of just went, okay, sure. Yeah, you know, like, and we went and she did one, and Ben got it on, you know, he got it on tape. And it was baffling to me that she decided she was going to do that. I thought there was no chance she was going to do it, and she did it. And I'm pretty sure, I mean, I was probably more excited than she was. Like, I was just like, wow, like what you can do, you know? So she's pretty self-motivating, you know?
I remember one little boy went up to her and said, "Can you even skate?" And she came up and told me that and was kind of devastated. And I said, "Bella, you know, you just need to prove that you can." So she went out there and she did she did her thing, and the boy's jaw just like dropped. And I'm all, that's all you needed to do. I mean, look at him. And I mean, it's hard that you have to prove yourself. That's just life. I mean, so she's learning that from a young age.
It happens all the time. Little boys will be like, can she even skate? Or, you know, that's the common thing they always say. And especially because she shows up in a dress or a tutu or whatever, you know, and like, I mean, I'm sure I would probably think the same thing if I was those little dudes. But she asked me, she said, why do they keep saying that to me?
Yeah.
And like, you know, I think that, I mean, I don't know for sure. I haven't asked her if it motivates her, but I think it does.
Yeah.
I think so too. And do you feel that skating gives girls confidence, especially Bella? Does it give her a lot of confidence?
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
It
for
has.
sure.
She's,
Even repeating the.
yeah, definitely gained an amazing amount of confidence from surfing and skating. She is super shy, and she clams up in any situation where, like, I mean, even people she knows that she'll be around, she'll get shy and clam up. But if she's skateboarding or surfing, she comes alive, and she has gained that confidence. And before, she had no confidence. I mean, really, we worked hard to give her some confidence, and those two things have helped her just sprout.
I mean, what I'm learning is there's no limits to what they can do. Like, I certain times think there's no way they can do that. There's no way she can do this. And she'll do it. And I'll be like, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. Like, what do I know? You know?
I find girls, they try to take their card, you know, like, oh, I'm a girl, so I get priority, I get to do this or that. And it's like, no, you know what? Everybody earns equal share, you know, and you put in your time, and it's hard time sometimes. And that's what we expect of Rella, is she's got to earn her keep, you know. She doesn't get to just step first in line because she's a girl. You know, she just goes out there and earns it just like anyone else.
You know, more than anything, it was just about spending time together as a family. Because then we all go to the skate park, and we all, you know, some of us better than others skate. But, you know, the whole idea was to be able to do things together, not having, you know, half the family sitting on the sidelines.
So Rebecca, how did you get into skateboarding?
I've never skated before in my life until these guys started skating. And I figured, because the boys, Gary had said that they'd fallen and kind of taken a break for a year or so, and we wanted Rels to start, you know, skating and everything like that, and everybody do it together. So I figured, I had to learn also, and figured if I took some gas too, then they'd all think it was, you know, okay, you know, because like, look, Mom gets up too. She fell and she still got up and is trying again, and thought it'd be really cool. They stopped falling, and I didn't.
We were talking about this morning, and you know, there were some comments on the recent Yahoo Grind TV article, and one of them was something in the regards of, that's such bad parenting. You know, when are they supposed to learn how to be a girl? And I was baffled completely about this comment. If your girl's playing soccer or softball or something like that, it's the same thing. Skateboarding's just a sport, it's just another outlet. You know, that's just the one that we choose. Yeah, it's a male-dominated sport, you know, at this point. But there's nothing that says that can't change, you know, that someday there couldn't be just as many girls skating as there is guys skating. You know, there's no reason for it to be a guy's sport. It could be both. There's something to be said about, you know, the way that sometimes girls do things and the grace that they have and sometimes the flow that they have. And I've seen some women pro skaters, they just flow so smoothly. And some of the men, they force things, you know, and it's all about power and strength and how much air, but they don't flow, you know. There's a lot of great male skaters that flow well. No one's really pushed it to the point where they could actually get. And I think that we're finally getting, with this generation, we're finally getting to the point where they could get to a certain level where they're equal with the boys, at least in flow. It might never happen, you know, in power and stuff like that, due to just the makeup, you know, or composition anatomy of a woman. You know, they may never have the power. But flow, style, that's the hugest thing there is in skateboard. You know, if you know how to skate well, you should flow.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it just started out as, you know, just a way to spend time together, be a family. So if this were to get in the way and she wasn't happy, she wasn't having fun, or we're not spending as much time together as a family, then we'd have to reprioritize, because, you know, that's the ultimate goal. It's just spending